All right, fellas. Appreciate you guys being patient with me there. Had a little technical difficulties with OBS, but it's over now. All right, we should be good. Should be good to rock and roll here. It's a great day in crypto, so not a good time to be upset, right? I was getting a little upset, shaking my screen a little bit. You guys probably saw in the beginning there. But yeah, guys. Appreciate you guys joining the stream. Huge day for crypto. For me personally, this was like the most money I've ever made in one day for crypto, right? Just want to, I'll put that out there now. Insane day. I hope you guys had great days as well. Pretty much all the coins I hold were green, especially Bitcoin having a 20% day today, guys. Absolutely huge, right? So appreciate for all you guys looking on the stream today. So we're obviously looking at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin's the name of the game today, guys. We went all the way up to 47,500 earlier. Right now, we're cruising right now at 46,600, right? We had a massive day today, so don't be surprised if we have a slight pullback, right? After having a massive 24% gain at one point, right? So if we pull back a little bit, not going to be the end of the world, guys. Just putting that out there, right? These huge days don't happen, and when they do, we usually see good-sized pullbacks. But we're going to wait for some more people to join the stream right now, and then we'll get started, guys. Appreciate all you guys. What's going on, Carlos? What's going on, QM? What's going on, GF? I'll give you my top 5. Right, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, XLM. But yeah, Bitcoin's having a massive day today. 46,567. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum bounced off perfectly of that rising wedge, guys. I told you that was the area we needed to get a bounce off of, and we did exactly that. Perfect. It's exactly what we want to see. And now we're continuing up, right? Obviously, we're at a big resistance level right now. We break that, we're going higher. You guys know our next target on Ethereum, all the way up there at 1,912, right? That's our next target if we can break this little local high that we're in right now. And I think we're going to be doing it with how bullish crypto is. Elon literally sent us to the moon today, guys. One single buy of $1.5 billion from Tesla. If one major company buying Bitcoin like this can cause the chain reaction that it had today, right? A 20% day. Imagine that when these next institutions start buying as well, start announcing that they're buying billions, we're going to see crazy moves that we haven't even heard of in crypto, guys. And I hope you guys know that. Hope you guys are enjoy for the ride. Sorry, Connor, that you panic sold yours yesterday. What are you going to do, right? Don't panic sell your cryptos. This is exactly why. You know how much FUD we were getting? I was seeing when Ethereum was falling down here. You know how much I was hearing? Oh, I'm selling my ETH. Oh, you're telling everyone to buy Ethereum. Oh. And now we're back up here. Right now, we were hearing the same exact thing from all the Bitcoin naysayers, right? If I switch back over to the Bitcoin chart, we were hearing all the exact same thing from all the Bitcoin people that probably bought up here, right? Bought the FOMO. They sold down here. Oh, Bitcoin's dead. Bitcoin's going back down to 20K. Whatever. Now we're at 46K. We left all of them in the dust. And what do you got, guys? They're probably FOMOing up here right now, which is fine, because if they buy right there, they're fine. We're going up higher. But what's going to happen is this might cool off a little bit. Maybe not right now. Maybe we go a little bit higher and then we cool off, but they're going to panic sell again and again and again. And while we're making money holding they're going to keep losing money. So I'm just going to sit back and laugh when I see those kind of comments in my comment section, when I see those things in the chat. I'm going to sit back and laugh, and I'm making money. Hope you guys are as well. But yeah, we'll get started looking at some coins today, guys. As always, I'm going to say it in the beginning. If you want your coin to 100% be talked about, leave a super chat by pressing that $sign right under say something, and I will take a look at your coin. You'll skip the line. I'll jump right to it, right? If not, I'm going to randomly pick from the chat. All right, guys. So I see Cardano. Let's take a look at Cardano, right? So after yesterday's the last couple days big run, we're cooled off a little bit on Cardano, which is fine, right? You cooled off after being in this rising wedge.
Why is it falling a bit?
Well, perfect. I'm talking about ADA right here, right? What a perfect timing is that, right? So obviously we were in the rising wedge. Cardano needs to cool off a little bit. We had a crazy couple of days. I'm going to say it again, just like we saw with Ethereum and Bitcoin. Do not panic sell your Cardano if we cool off it a little bit, right? We just had a move from all the way back in the beginning of February. So 8 days, we went up 118%. So we're due for a cool down, guys. So if we pull back, right, to maybe down here at 55 cents, whatever, we're going to continue back up, but we could need to cool down the RSIs a little bit. Not a big deal. And looking right now on the 4 hour, there's nothing to panic about. You're getting higher lows as of now. And you might just be forming a little bit, it's a little bit too early to tell, but you could just be forming another wedge, right, before you break up to the upside, just like you did here. Obviously, this is a little bit shorter time frame on Cardano, right? You could probably fix it to something like that. You might be forming some type of rising wedge, which is fine. It's usually a bearish pattern. You might fall to the downside. Not a big deal. If you fall down to the downside, you got some good support there. And if you go up to the upside, well, we'll take a look at our targets if we start continuing up here, right, on stream. Appreciate the super chat though, Mama for Life. There's your Cardano. But Juan, appreciate the super chat as well. He says, hello, Jordan. What do you think Algorand next price target will be? Well, let's take a look at Algo. I'm probably going to do an Algo video tomorrow, most likely. But yeah, Algo has absolutely taken off. You guys know we were in this ascending triangle. We already broke our measured move. So I'm going to get rid of that, right? So continuing up, what do we got for Algo? Let's
what do you think Algorand's next price target will be?
That was a little delayed, but for Algo, I'm seeing. I don't know if this is accurate, but I'm seeing a possible. You could just be in this entire time, right? Let me get rid of some of the. Let me just clear this chart real quick. So you could be in a. It's looking like to me is just a giant sort of rising channel here. Not 100% confirmed, obviously, but you could just be in kind of this rising channel here. So do you come back down to the downside? Maybe you do. But you already back tested this last local high here, so you don't need to necessarily come down and back test. But if you can break up above this resistance, you're talking about majorly higher levels. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's look at the daily. So we know we're in price discovery. We know that we're in price discovery. Fine, whatever. Let's take a look at our fibs, right? Let's take a look at our long-term fibs for Algo. From our swing high to our swing low, you can see we perfectly, look at that, guys. Look at how perfect this played out. So from your swing high to your swing low, you went perfectly up to your 1.618. Look at this wick. Sorry for the screaming kids in the background if you guys are watching. But look at this wick, straight, and you bounce right off that 1.618. So you continue up here in this rising channel. You eventually break that 618. Your next target for algo is right here. Let's mark our next targets based on the fibs. So obviously you got this major resistance there. You got this one, and this one. So what are those? Well, that's your Fibonacci extensions, right? Your 2.618, your 3.618, and your 4.236. So if we get rid of this, these are your next targets. 1.64, right? 2.17 and 2.51. Those are your next targets for algo, assuming that you continue up here. I appreciate the super chat, man. We will take a look at that. BitTorrent. I keep seeing BitTorrent. Maybe we'll look at that a little later, but I'm going to focus on the bigger ones right now. Let's take a look at Chainlink, guys. Chainlink, you're still in this rising wedge, so we're waiting to see what we get here. I think we looked at yesterday on the 4-hour. You didn't want to get rejected here and come back down. You could be maybe making a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. But that's really only if you round out here and you come back and you break this support line. So if you come back down here, break the support line, kind of confirms the head and shoulders pattern, and you could be going to lower prices. So watch this support line closely, guys. But if you can eventually, maybe you bounce off this local, see these little resistances here, maybe you flip that as support, you get a bounce off of it, and that's what propels you back up to the top of the rising wedge. So we're basically just watching what happens on that rising wedge on Chainlink, guys. Appreciate the super chat. I will take a look at Uniswap right now for you, man. Appreciate the Uniswap QM. You are one of these people that is continuously in my streams and leaving me support, so I appreciate you very much, my dude. But Uniswap, so yeah, looks like last time we looked at this, we were in a ascending triangle, right? We obviously had our upwards target, but we ended up breaking down here. So what is next? Well, to me, it mostly just looks like we're range locked, right? If I can get rid of these, it mostly just looks like we're range locked, mostly in between. Yeah, man, mostly in between these two levels. But you could just be making a double bottom, right? We talked about this. If you go back down, you could just be double bottoming and moving back up. You want to see continued price action here, right? You got stopped out at kind of a random spot where you had old support. So, but you probably don't want to dip back down here. But the double bottom is possibly real on here. You don't really got much on the 4-hour for a divergence going on. So we'll keep looking at this. But you really want to go back up and retest this 2083 area. Appreciate the super chats coming in. I'm going to get to them as soon as I can. Appreciate it, Mark. Appreciate it, Juan. I'll look at those next. But yeah, Uni is fine right now. It's consolidating after a massive run. Kind of like Cardano. Fine. If we consolidate a little bit, fine. If we drop a little bit, fine. But if you want to see continued price action here, you got to get back up to that 2080 mark. All right, guys? You don't really got much of a pattern going on just yet. So we'll keep looking at this. But you're pretty much range locked here. But Mark, you said SCRT used to be Enigma. Okay. So SCRT. So let's look at this real quick. All right, so on the 4-hour, yeah, that's a good breakout, man. Looking good on this. You had your clear resistance. I mean, you could say, yeah, perfect. So you had your clear resistance cutting off the wicks, Look at how perfectly this played out, guys. This is extremely good, extremely good. You broke your clear resistance line up top here, and you actually came back down, back tested it as support, and now you're continuing up. So what are your next targets? Well, let's bring out the simple Fibonacci here from our swing high to our swing low. You can see we already wicked, right? We didn't want to break it just yet, but it's not over yet. We wicked straight up to our 1 Fibonacci. So our next targets on this, right, are all the way up here at the 1.618. And I'll do the next two for you, man, so you got them. These are your next upwards targets, assuming that you keep moving on up. But you have nothing really otherwise to say that you're going to stop here. Obviously, our 1 on the Fibonacci is our main target, but your next two targets are up here, right? 182 and 233 approximately. Those are your next fib targets. But this is looking really good. This is a classic. This is my favorite pattern to actually accumulate, right? Is when you break these major resistance levels and you're coming back down to back test. I love buying the back test because that's usually going to result in a nice pump. So good find there if you got this invested early. But I'm going to move on to Juan's. Juan said if I had 100K to right now, what altcoin would give me more percent gains in the next days? Well, if you asked me this yesterday, I probably would have said TRON, right? So if we look at TRON, you're breaking out. You really are. You know your measure move. So don't take this for financial advice, guys. This is just basically based on technicals. If I had to buy one coin right now, an altcoin, it would 100% be Ethereum. But I'll just give you guys, I'll give you a quick example if you want some lower cap altcoins. So you were in this large, pretty much ascending triangle for TRON for a long time, and you just broke out of it, right? We've been talking about TRON. I kept telling people it's gonna be breaking out. It's gonna be breaking out. No one wanted to listen to me, right? Well, a lot of you guys wanted to listen to me, but I had a lot of people telling me TRON was not going to go anywhere. And what do you know? Just today, you know, we pump up 15%. Perfect. But that's not even the end of it, guys. You guys know our measured move for TRON out of this ascending triangle is all the way up here at 53 cents approximately. And my main target is 50 cents, the psychological 50-cent area where we had our last dip. That's really my next target. So watch out for that. This is a good coin in my opinion if you wanted to buy now. Not financial advice. Do your own financial advice, obviously. If I had 100K to invest right now, most of it would be going in Bitcoin. Some of it would be going in Ethereum. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that. But appreciate the super chat, my dude. All right, I'm gonna look at BitTorrent real quick for you, Ralph, just so you can stop spamming the chat. All right, yeah. So there's no TA to do on this, but I'll look at it real quick. Absolutely huge. Obviously, you wicked up to this major resistance area from back here, right? If you continue up here, you're basically going back up to your old highs. But you can see exactly where you topped out was your old local high here. But if you could keep continuing up, your next target obviously is 18, well, not 18 cents, but 0.0018. So that's your next target. You're extremely overbought on the RSI, but who cares? You're in crypto. But we'll take a let's go look at where Bitcoin is real quick, guys. That's a weird chart. That is not the chart I wanted to look at. So Bitcoin, we're pulling back a little bit right now. Not a big deal, guys. Don't fret. We're at 45,800. We're pulling back. So we'll see where this goes tonight. We already reached our measure move of our symmetrical triangle. Perfect. We actually went pretty much right to it, so you can see how perfectly that played out. But this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Take a look at Doge real quick. See what Doge is doing. So Doge, you're chilling right around that 8 cents mark. You guys know my next target is 10.6 cents. We probably get some good resistance on 10 cents psychological level, right? Typically, when you hit those psychological levels, right, round numbers, $1, 10 cents, $20, right? Those round numbers are going to be some resistance just because it's a round number, right? Yeah, let's see. I'll look at Litecoin real quick. Let's take a look at Litecoin for you. So yeah, we're continuing up. So we talked about this yesterday. We're just continuing up after a good green candle day. Let's pull out our fib, top to bottom. Bam, you went straight up to your 786. Couldn't be more perfect, right? Right up to your 786. Your next target obviously is your 1. That's your main target. I told you guys about a week ago, not the song, right? About a week ago that once we broke this neckline here, right? When we were down here, if we can break this neckline, we're going up to 186. I told you guys that. And where are we going right now? We're already up to 165. So if you bought when I told you, if we broke this, you'd already be up 28%. So I think it's going to go back up to 186. Obviously, you have to break this 618 fib, but if you can, that 1 is your next target. But good stuff on Litecoin here. James, appreciate the super chat. Can you do ETH Bitcoin? Absolutely. Let's take a look at ETH real quick. One of my favorite charts to look at here is the ETH Bitcoin chart. But yeah, let me switch to the weekly real quick. I like the weekly on this. So on the weekly, you know the deal, right? Rising channel, pretty clear. What did we do? We already hit our top, right? So it is possible, right? And it's very, very likely actually that ETH starts gaining on Bitcoin and Ethereum actually, well, Ethereum's still going to go up, but you'll see exactly what happened today. Bitcoin goes up 20%, Ethereum goes up 10%. Doesn't mean Ethereum's going to go down. It's just going to mean Bitcoin's going to outpace Bitcoin's going to outpace Ethereum until we come back down and retest this. And then once we retest this, we probably see another Ethereum run, and vice versa, until one day we can actually have a major breakout of this rising channel. Because so far we had a little fake out down here, but literally ever since, you could draw this all the way back to here. So since like August of 2019, we've been in this rising channel. So be prepared for Bitcoin to start making some serious moves now. You can see that it switches off. Ethereum going off, Bitcoin going off, Ethereum going off, Bitcoin going off, Ethereum going off. So it's probably Bitcoin's turn now, guys, based on this. He said if Dogecoin goes up to $1, I'm letting my wife F me with a strap on, no lube. You do that, man. If Dogecoin goes up to $1, we'll be good. Well, I won't be good, right? I don't own that much Doge. I own a little bit. But, man, Dogecoin going up to $1 would be absolutely huge for obvious reasons. You guys want to see Filecoin? What's going on with Filecoin that you guys want me to look at this? Okay. So Filecoin. Okay, yeah. Why is it jumping around like that? So on Filecoin, it's looking good. You broke I mean, on the shorter time frame, this thing's going off, obviously. You broke a huge resistance right here. And then after you broke that resistance, you can see it moon. So you can see when you break those resistances what can happen, right? And you kind of got a similar type of resistance over here, guys. Right here. So kind of similar. If you can go up and break that level, you could be mooning again, probably up to there. But the TA already happened on this. If you bought down here, good job, right? You kept getting higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, kept retesting the same point, and then bam.
Any recommendation for
James, appreciate the super chat. I don't really have a recommendation on that. To be honest, I haven't sold any of my crypto, so I really haven't had to pay tax. At least started when I get into crypto. I haven't sold any of it. I'm generally an investor. So when the time comes, maybe I'll make a video of it and let you guys know. But I haven't done that myself. And when I plan on selling at the end of this year, you guys know, I'm going to have to look into that because I'm probably going to have a lot of taxes to do. Unfortunately, I mean, fortunately, right? That means we're making money, but at the same time, going to be kind of hectic for taxes for 2022. But I'm fine with that as long as I'm making some serious cash. So James, appreciate the super chat. I'll let you know when the time's getting closer. Okay. At least for me. Zill is pumping. I hope Zill's pumping. That's another one that I own. Yeah, so what did you do on Zill? What did you do on Zill? Symmetrical triangle, guys. Symmetrical triangle. You broke out, right? You back tested it once, but twice, and now you're continuing up. Perfect. Continuing up. I'll look at that in a second, Casey. But you're back in your rising channel here. Your next target is obviously that 9.2 cents mark for Zill, right? And then your next target after that is your 10-cent mark. So watch for these next levels. After they break those next levels, we'll look at our next fib targets, which are going to be up here, right? From our swing high to our swing low. We'll look at those if we can get back up to those levels. But that's awesome. You're back in your rising channel, right? It was a little worrisome that we broke down from there, but you got a nice bounce right off the top of that wedge, man, or of that symmetrical triangle. So that's great to see. But EGLD going up or down. I'll take a look at that for you, Casey. Appreciate the super chat. I mean, you kind of already did go up, right? So this is very similar to the long-term Chainlink chart. So you had your rising channel, you back tested it for a while, so you confirmed it as major support, and then you pumped. You broke that about $100 psychological level. Now you're all the way up here at 173. This thing is going nuts. But I mean, you're at a 90. You were at a 93 on the RSI. You've cooled down a little bit now, so you have a little more room to run. You're still technically oversold, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But switch to the 1 hour. Nothing really here on the 1 hour, man, to tell me. I mean, you did kind of already come back and wick and retest your old. You can see here. You kind of did come back and wick to retest your old high already, so it's not like you got to come back down and retest that. I mean, technically, as of here, right, based on this, you're making higher lows. So if you can continue up here, you might be on the really short-term time frame. This is kind of stretching it, right? I don't like to look at this too much, but you could be forming some type of symmetrical triangle here. And based on your, you don't really got anything on the hourly for the RSI. I wish you did. Right? You actually you do, right? But it already kind of played out. But you should be continuing this. You guys can see here on the hourly chart, you got a little bit of bullish divergence going on, right? Higher lows on price action, lower lows on the RSI. That should push you up further. But this is, like I said, this is just on the hourly, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But based on the trend here, based on how bullish crypto is being right now, I think you gotta lean to going up, but not financial advice, man. Okay.
Appreciate what you do. Any insight on how CRV is performing?
Yeah, Matt. I'll take a look at CRV. I appreciate the super chat as always. You guys are killing it today. Let's look at CRV real quick for you. So CRV, it's actually, considering how bullish the crypto market has been, didn't have the best day comparatively, right? So since the start of today, which was right here, I mean, you went up 13%, which isn't bad. You're pulling back right now. It's because Bitcoin's pulling back slightly. You don't really got any type of pattern really playing out right now, right? On the let's switch to the hourly. We got anything going on here? I mean, you're making higher lows, right? As of right now, you're making higher lows. If you can get a nice bounce here, that's fine, right? You got one, higher low, higher low, higher low. So if you can keep making higher lows, you'll be fine. It looks like, it, at least to me, looks like you got some type of support here, but you're right at it. You break that, you might be coming back down short term to the bottom of this rising channel. You can see how big this rising channel is. You're probably coming back down to the rising channel, but if you do, whatever, you've came back down to it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So most likely if you come back down to this, you just get a bounce and you continue back up to the upside. Not a big deal there. But yeah, I would like to hold this support here. You're in a little bit of a short term, maybe short term little wedge here. If you cut off the wicks. So we'll wait and see. We'll keep looking at this. Just keep recommend it in the chat. We'll keep looking at this, see which way this wedge goes. Typically this is a bearish pattern, you guys know. So typically this will break down to the downside, but that's not a big deal. Even if we break to the downside here, maybe we just get a bounce, and that's what continues up. All right, guys. Appreciate the 197 people in there. You guys are huge. If we can smack these likes, right? Let's get to 100 likes. It's 197 people in here. Only 45 of you have liked the stream, and probably some of those people probably aren't watching the stream anymore. So I think we can get to 100 likes pretty easily. So if you guys can do that for me, that would be absolutely great. Takes 2 seconds. Like I said yesterday, you guys have no problem liking these girls' photos on Instagram. So help your boy out, smack that like button, all right? Brandon, appreciate the $1 super chat, my dude. You're the absolute man. You come here. I've seen you pretty much every single day here, so I appreciate you coming out every single day. Don't think I don't see you guys that are in here every single day, okay? Tron's going off. I'm hearing Tron's going off. This is in the hourly. Yeah, guys, Tron is continuing up. You guys know our measured move here is all the way up here. All the way up here. I don't like to say I was right on this one, but yeah, you guys know our measured move on the symmetrical triangle, right? We had an ascending triangle and a symmetrical triangle breakout. Bam. Absolutely bam. Appreciate the super chat, Matt. Thank you guys for getting me to 80 likes. Almost at a 100 like goal, right? We can do that so easily. You guys like that Instagirls argument, right? I'm going to keep bringing it up. It's funny because the Insta models, right? You guys will literally scroll down your Instagram, right? And double tap. But when it comes to content creators that are dudes, you might not like right away. Nothing wrong with it. It's just a little observation that I had, right? All right. Yeah, I'll take a look at Cosmos, Nancy. Appreciate you coming onto the stream. Cosmos, still, we talked about this yesterday. Look where you got your perfect pump up to, and look where you're getting a pullback. Right at the top of this rising channel. On the RSI, you don't really got an edge. Wish you did on the daily. Switch to the 4 hour. The 4 hour, if you can, it's a little dicey. So I'm not gonna fully call it yet. But if you continue down here, but not break, so you guys can see we had this wick down here. If we continue down and we get a 4-hour close, what we'd be doing is we'd have a little bit of 4-hour RSI, but bullish divergence on the RSI. But we have to get a 4-hour close a little bit lower. So the RSI stays where it is or comes a little bit lower, but we don't break past this local here. And that would push us to back to the upside, probably towards that $16 mark for Cosmos, okay? So watch that if you are watching Cosmos or invested in Cosmos. I'm personally not, but you definitely could do it. Let's see, guys. What else we got? What else we got in the chat? Tonight might be a longer stream tonight. I'm feeling a long stream tonight, so buckle up, guys. Especially if Bitcoin got a little bit of bounce here. So I'm looking at it on my phone. It looks like it wants to bounce back up towards 46K. So we can get back up towards 46K. We're good. Doge is kind of chilling right now, right? We know Doge is literally just chilling. Doge itself keeps making higher lows. You can see how this support is kind of forming like that, right? And it looks like we're getting some upward resistance. So can we see a big Doge move tonight on stream? This is on the 4-hour, so technically it could happen in the next 4-hour candle. But I'm personally rooting for a big Doge move soon. Based on this, I mean, obviously this is the 4-hour. You don't have too much data here. Obviously, there's nothing looking left. Can we get a Doge move? We're getting squeezed here. Can we get a Doge move by tomorrow morning? Obviously, this is just a meme, right? I mean, this is the best you can really do. Cardano. You guys know I'll always look at Cardano. You guys know I love Cardano. So let's take a look at it. So we looked at on the 4-hour, switch to the hourly, is a little more obvious. You're just kind of in this rising wedge again, right? Cardano loves rising wedges. You were in one, you were just in one, and you broke up to the upside. So who's to say this one won't broke up to the upside as well? You don't really got an edge on the 4-hour, on the hourly. Wow. So Cardano, man, it just wants to keep doing it, right? So very, very slight, but very, very, very strong. So you got slight downwards RSI, so slight lower low on the 4-hour RSI on your both your swing lows. You're getting higher lows in price action, guys. You guys know what that means. That usually another pump to the upside is coming. It's your typical 4-hour bullish divergence, guys. So Cardano could keep pumping up to the upside here. Appreciate the super chat, Elias. Hi, could you look at RSR? Absolutely, my dude. Let's look at RSR for you. So RSR. I can already see where this one's going, all right? Slightly. It's a little, it's going to be a little awkward. So let me switch to the daily. Okay, on the daily. So you can see this on the daily pretty obviously, right? Okay.
Could you look at RSR?
You got your daily resistance there. Pretty obvious, right? Can't get more obvious than that. And upwards, you got pretty clear support. So obviously you're flagging out here. Do you got anything on the RSI? Nothing on the RSI, right? No type of divergence, at least on the 4-hour, on the daily. We switch to the 4-hour. See if we got anything here on the 4-hour. So nothing really here on the 4-hour either. I'm gonna go to the hourly just for craps and giggles here. Nothing really there. So wait and see game if you can break out of this symmetrical triangle. But you know, with, like I said, with how bullish crypto is, if Bitcoin can continue up, this thing probably continues up. Obviously, you're already in all-time high territory. So, I mean, your measure move breakout of this, I'll give you a hypothetical to the upside. If you break out somewhere maybe around there, hypothetically, your upside target here would be around, let me mark this in case we look at it later, but it would be hypothetically around 6.9 cents. And if you broke back down to the downside here, I mean, you probably come back down to retest this high here, most likely. So just watch out for these two levels if you break up to the upside or the downside. But appreciate the super chat. We're killing it today, guys. 252 viewers. Can we break yesterday's viewers? Can we do it? Yesterday's concurrent viewers record was 350. Every stream, we keep breaking the record. So can we do it today? Like I said, it probably will be a longer stream today. So make sure you guys are hanging out. Smack that like button too. That's how we get more people in here, guys. Smack that like button. Can we get to 150 likes? Do I have to bring up the Instagram thing again? No. So hit that like button.
What are your thoughts on VTOR?
I appreciate your time. What are your thoughts on VTOR? Okay. So, yeah, this is a beautiful. This is actually really beautiful. You know how sometimes you look at a chart and you're like, this is really beautiful? Well, this is exactly that. Bam. You got your clear resistance. And bam, you got your clear support. Clear as day on the 4 hour. Now, where do we go from here? Let me get rid of that line for you. Do you got any type of divergence going on? That's the first thing I always look at. You don't. You don't got anything on the 4 hour. Can we switch to the daily and see anything on the daily? Let's see. So on the daily, you got nothing as well. So it's a wait and see game still on that. Daily, you look super bullish, right? On your daily closes, you're at your highest level, right? You're at your highest level since July, right? And you really don't have any resistance looking left until your candle high is back there. You really don't. So VTOR is looking good. You're at your local high as far as your candles. Now you just want to break these wicks, this wick, and you're right at it, right? You don't really got much as far as divergence going on, but this is looking bullish. On the 4 hour, it's looking just as bullish. So very, very close here. Keep an eye on this. This could break tonight, guys. You got room to run on the RSI. You're only at a 73. Only. In crypto, that's nothing. You can go up all the way up to the 90s pretty easily. So keep an eye on this. If you break, you're probably going over the medium term, going up to that 0.2 of a cent. That's where you're going. All right. Let's go take a quick peek at Bitcoin real quick, guys. Bitcoin Coinbase. So you're still around 46. So you pulled back and now it wants to continue back up. Right? And what's our next targets, right? So from our current swing high to swing low, our next target is pretty much exactly at that 50K mark, guys. Right? It's a little bit over 50K. But nonetheless, it's right around 50K. That is our next target on the fib. So I'm going to keep that there. But obviously we got nothing there. We had the measure move. We got kind of resistance right on that measure move. That's perfect. It's funny how stuff like that plays out perfectly, right? Wicked right up to that measure move. Our next target is right around 50K. So exciting times for crypto, guys. Couldn't be more exciting to be in this space. I hope you guys realize the life-changing opportunity that you have in front of you, okay? Mike, thanks for the $3 super chat. I will take a look at XRP right now for you.
XRP, thank you.
So XRP, that's really my thought on XRP right now. I mean, on the day you went up 13%, which relative to other coins, whatever, a better day than Ethereum, right? But you're at a critical resistance line right now. And it looks like you're pretty much just oscillating, other than this one pump here, you're pretty much just oscillating in between these two levels. So, I mean that the macro looks good. You're making higher lows continuously. So we'll have to wait and see. But I do like the kind of the consolidation here, right? Short term on the hourly. In the hourly, you could just be making one big kind of symmetrical triangle, right? If you switch back, let me switch back to the 4-hour real quick. So on the 4 hours here, you could just be making one big symmetrical triangle here, right? Multiple touches on the bottom, multiple touches on the top, bottom, top. So you could just be getting squeezed in here. You break out of this, you measure move here. If you break out, is up here at, let me fix that, is up here close to 57 cents if you break to the upside. If you break to the downside, you're probably coming all the way back here to 36 cents. So just watch out short term for this for XRP, but it looks like you're just in an ascending triangle. You really got nothing there on the RSI. But yeah, appreciate the super chat, man. Just make sure you're looking at this ascending triangle, okay? DK, appreciate the super chat as well, dude. I'll take a look at Algo and Chainlink real quick for you guys. I touched on Algo already, so I'm just going to do a quick synopsis on Algo. So Algo basically comes down to you being in this, this long-term channel, right? You look at where you went up to perfectly, and you got rejected perfectly. Perfect. You also got a wick straight up to, if we zoom out, right, you got a wick up to the 1.09, which was your fib level, right, was your next target. You guys can see my targets here. I made this yesterday, so I didn't just make this after it already happened, right? You guys can go check out my stream yesterday for proof. You wicked up perfectly straight to that level, and then you dump back down, also closing below the rising channel. So what's likely to happen here? Probably move back down to the downside here to maybe retest this level as well. But you already did, right? You pumped and you back tested already. So who's to say that if Bitcoin continues up, we're going to see Algo continue to go up. If Bitcoin dumps, Algo will just come back down and retest. That's all basically it comes down to Algo, all right? But the perfect wick up to the fib, perfect TA, that is absolutely beautiful, right? But yeah, let me take a look at Chainlink for you too, man. So Chainlink, you're in a rising wedge. So similar to Algo, just not a channel, a wedge. You're at a critical line right now. Yeah, your previous resistance. You actually just dumped through it. So it's likely you probably just come back down and retest the wedge here. Obviously, you don't want to break down from that. That would be short-term bearish. You also would have some sort of head and shoulders pattern going on here if you continue down. So just watch that in the short term. Watch these two lines, right? Whichever one you break first, probably the short-term direction you're going, right? If you break back above the green line, probably going back up and retesting the top of the channel. If you break below here, you're probably going to your measure move of the head and shoulders pattern, right? All right, guys, we keep killing it the likes. I'm going to say it again. Let's get to 150 likes. For all you guys in here that scroll down Instagram, double tap every girl that's on there, you guys can hit that like button for me as well, all right? Let's go back to Bitcoin, guys. So 45.9. So pull back a little bit again. Not a big deal. We're just chilling. We did it earlier where we pulled back a little bit too. So we're just chilling, guys. But we talked about this yesterday too. Look how perfectly this played out. Yes, the Elon Musk tweet, or not the Elon Musk tweet, but the news that Tesla and Elon Musk invested $1.5 billion into Bitcoin definitely helped with this pump. But we also, the technicals played out as well. You can see on the 4-hour, our two swing lows, lower lows on the RSI, higher lows in price action, catapult us up. I'm not going to say it's all TA, because definitely the Tesla news definitely helped out, but definitely huge, guys. So ETH is getting a big dump right now. Let's go look at ETH real quick. I'm not seeing no big dump. This ain't a big dump, right? If you come back down and back test this green line, whatever, that's perfect. And if you do dump here, guys, which I think is interesting, if you do end up dumping here and you end up like holding somewhere around this area and rounding out again, look at that beautiful inverse head and shoulders that could be happening, right? Obviously, it's too early to really say, but if you do dump, not the end of the world. All right, we're at 306 viewers, guys. Let's keep it up. Let's keep those hitting those likes. Higher the likes get, the more the viewers get. All right. All right, let's see here. What else? Who else we got out there? Appreciate the super chat, PC. Appreciate the dollar, man. What you up to today, man? You enjoy your Monday? I actually had a pretty good Monday, considering I usually hate Mondays. Today was actually pretty good, right? Life's pretty good right now. Can you look at AGI? Absolutely, dude. I will take a look at AGI. Appreciate the super chat, Danny.
Can you look at AGI?
So AGI, looking left. I'm just looking left real quick, see if we have any resistance, and we do. Right? It's really your last resistance that you got for this. Right? Look, looking all the way left over here, guys. This was your last resistance you got. After that, it was just constant dump. So if you can break this level, you're gone. You're absolutely gone. So looking back at it, what you basically did here, right? That was pretty obvious. You broke your short-term resistance. Perfect. Right? And now you're going up. So you're probably just going up to back test that line on the 4-hour. So watch this level on the 4-hour. Watch the 13.3 level. That's where you're going next, right? You take your fib or your short-term dump. Yeah, right there. Take your fib or your 14 dump. Your 1.618 is right below that level. So that could be some sort of resistance. But this is going to be a heavy resistance up here, man. Because anyone who's a big player in this is going to know once it breaks this level, it's going to be gone. So you could be held back a little bit here. But if you go up and break that, your 2.618 is your next target, all the way up at 15.7 cents. And then your 3.618 at 18.4 cents. Those are your next two targets for AGI, okay? But this was a beautiful pattern here. Perfect, right? You had 3 touches on it. You had double bottom, right? You double bottomed. You went up and back tested again, and then you were gone. So Another perfect example of a pattern like this playing out. We see a lot of this lately with crypto. ETH Classic. Yeah, I'll take a look at ETH Classic. Appreciate the super chat, Brandon. What is it? ETH. Ethereum Classic. All right. I haven't took a look at this chart in a while, so I appreciate the suggestion, Brandon, because I really want to check this out. So let me just mark right there. That's major resistance. And then you got your major resistance up here. Okay. So obviously you got those resistances. Now let's look at the short term, what you're doing on the short term here. So let's look here. You don't really got a pattern really playing out. Let me zoom back out of here again. I'm trying to find something. This is such a weird chart. You really don't have anything going on. You're pretty much going sideways, right? So this is a weird chart to look at. Wish I could tell you something different, but I mean, you did break a major resistance right here, which is big. And it looks like you back tested it and now confirmed it as support. So, I mean, just looking at this, your next logical level up here is 9.778 cents. Just based on that, based on the breakout, the back test, and now continue price action. Obviously, you want to see Bitcoin and Ethereum continue up. That's going to pull this up as well. But this chart has me perplexed. This is not a pretty chart. Right? If you're investing in Ethereum Classic, yeah, it has opportunity, right? Because it really hasn't taken off like a lot of other coins. But you're missing out on a lot probably being invested in this, right? Because you could be in Bitcoin, you could be in Ethereum, right? But this is really just lagging. But this thing could break. It could break hard too. But yeah, I mean, your next target there is 9.78 cents, okay? Ugly chart though, really ugly chart. Go back to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's still 45,700. Not doing much on Bitcoin, guys. Digibyte, yeah, take a look at Digibyte. Yeah, so we looked at this, we looked at this yesterday. Wow, okay. So we had this resistance. We broke up out of it. Bam. That's exactly what you wanted to see. Short term. So short term, look at this. Look at this. So you broke it. You pumped all the way up to your 2.618 and then corrected. And then you're going again. So realistically, your next target in the short term is your 3.618 and your 4236. Those are your next two targets going up here. So that played out perfectly. Look for this 5.7 cents and your 6.1 cents if you continue up. But we probably need to see Bitcoin and Ethereum continue up and not take a major pullback for that to happen, right? If they do have a major pullback, maybe you just back test this level down here at 4.6 cents and then you continue up. But that is extremely bearish. We looked at this yesterday and it played out perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Let's see. XLM. Yeah, I'll take a look at XLM for you. Absolutely, my dude. Chris. So XLM. Made a video on XLM today, guys. But XLM's looking good. What did we do on XLM? Well, you guys know we broke up out of our symmetrical triangle. We back tested it and then pumped. Perfect. Our measure move out of that is all the way up here towards 44 cents. That's probably where we're going next. But obviously we were in this rising channel as well. So we really had to figure out what we were doing there. So we broke out of this rising channel. Now we back tested it as support multiple times. And when you grind against the support, you could come back down and back test the bottom of the channel again. Or you could bump to the upside. But us breaking out of this symmetrical triangle has me thinking that our next target here is 44 cents. So make sure you guys are watching that. You don't really get an edge on your 4-hour RSI. Switching over to the hourly. Hourly, you really don't got anything either. So we have to wait and see what happens there. On the daily, you don't got anything either. So we'll see what happens there, guys. But this is XLM in a nutshell. Do we break back down into the rising channel, or do we pump up to our measured move? We're at a critical point right now, obviously, as you can see. Okay. What else do we got here, guys? Yeah, we take a look at Doge real quick. So Doge, we said we're watching this. We're on stream watch, right? Will Doge break out during this stream? Obviously, this is a super short-term time frame. If we go to the hourly, look at this symmetrical triangle building up. Your support, that's been support all the way down here since February 6th, so 2 days ago. You continuously back test it, but you continuously make higher highs as well. But now you're making lower lows. So you're just in this symmetrical triangle. What do? This thing's got to break out by tomorrow at 8 a.m. But knowing Doge will be the most Doge thing it can do, and it'll do this. Right? The thing that people least expect, right? But seriously, this thing's got to have a breakout soon. It's coiling up for a big move. Appreciate the super chat, Sam. Appreciate the sticker there. Love that sticker. Cool. All right, guys, let's keep spamming those likes. The only thing I want you to spam, not the chat. Spam those likes. Let's get the 200 likes. For all you guys that have missed my reference, you guys have no problem going down Instagram, double tapping likes on all the girls' photos on there, telling them they're beautiful, this and that and that and that and that. If you guys can just leave your boy a like too, that would help me out more than you double tapping these chicks on Instagram, okay? Let's see here. Getting a lot of chat activity here, so I'll keep up. For all you guys that are new to the stream, if you guys want me to talk about your coin 100%, you guys want to skip the line and not wait for me to look at it in the chat, get to leave a super chat of any amount by pressing that $ right under say something, okay? But I'm gonna start picking from the chat randomly here again. Take a look at Mise Go or OMG. So OMG, we broke down. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we broke down from our rising wedge pattern that we were in. You can see the clear rising wedge. We broke up out of it, fake out, came back into it, and you dumped. You back tested it on the dump, and now you're coming back down. So this is looking short-term bearish to me. With how good of a day Bitcoin's had, Mise Go is down. So obviously you can see here it had a big, good-sized morning, and then it kind of faltered after that. So we'll see what happens for a Mise Go, but this is not looking good short-term for me at least. You could be maybe making, it's kind of a stretch, but a new kind of support line there. But that's kind of a stretch, right? You really got to stretch it out for that to be the case. But short term, definitely bearish there. Let's keep on picking them here. For all you guys that are new to the stream too, make sure you subscribe. I create 2 YouTube videos every single day for you guys, right? I don't skip a day, and I stream every single day. I started streaming. This is only probably my 7th stream. If you guys don't want to miss any of my streams or my YouTube channel, smack that subscribe button. Also hit that alert box, right? I've been hearing of YouTube slowly starting to, ghost the crypto channels, right? So make sure you hit that alert box if you're already subscribed as well, okay? All right, so let's keep on looking in here. GRT, yeah, look at GRT for you. Appreciate the super chat, guys.
GRT, smash that like button. Jay, drop it.
Yeah, you guys better listen to Matt here. Smack that like button. All right? It's funny because a lot of people do call me Jay in real life, so that's actually really funny, dude. But yeah, we'll take a look at GRT. Clear rising wedge, and you're dumping right now. You're dumping. You got a clear shorter term resistance there as well. So it looks like you're in a shorter term rising channel here. So short term, this is what you want to look at, right? You're obviously in your long term rising wedge or channel, whatever you want to call it, right? You can call it either one. For all you wedge people out there, it's a wedge. For all you people saying, oh, it's a rising channel, it's a rising channel, okay? But inside this rising channel, you also have a smaller rising channel here, right? So you're probably just coming back down to dump to the bottom of this smaller channel, and then we'll see what happens. On the RSI, you got no edge. You were showing some bearish divergence here, right? You guys can see higher highs in price action, lower highs on the RSI, and that pushed you down. It already played out, but it's probably going to push you back down to the bottom of this smaller wedge or smaller channel. And then once it gets there, if you break that, you're coming back down to retest the bottom. So, but yeah, good stuff on GRT. Let me go back. I just had another super chat. I missed you. Shads. Looking for an entry point for BTC. Suggestions anytime, man. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you anytime's a good buy, anytime's not a good time. Any time to buy Bitcoin is a good time, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Do whatever you want to do. But, all right, let's pretend you don't buy here. Let's pretend you have $1,000 to put in Bitcoin right now. You don't buy here. Tomorrow, it's up here at 50K. Would you be more mad tomorrow if you didn't buy now and it was at 50K tomorrow, right? Or you did buy now and Bitcoin was at 40K tomorrow, but you knew it was going up in the long term? Which one would piss you off more, okay? And that's your answer. And I guarantee your answer should be, it would piss you off more if you didn't buy now and it was at 50K tomorrow. Because even if you buy now and it drops down to 40K short term, we know where this is going long term. So does it really matter? No. What you do is you buy now. If it dips, right, you dollar cost average next week, and that brings your average cost down. But you're going to be pissed if you wait it out, this thing gets to 50K, 60K, 70K, and you're still in the chat saying, is it a good time to buy Bitcoin? Because all the people that said that, or all the people on this whole run up, is it a good, so all these people, right? Is it a good time to buy Bitcoin? 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 You get my point, right? This thing, you know where this is going long term. So it's always a good time to buy Bitcoin, okay? That's my basic point that I got here for you, okay? All right, what else we got here in the chat, guys? Maxi, I see your IOTA. I see your IOTA. Okay, let's take a look at IOTA real quick. Yes, I did dab. Absolutely. So IOTA, you got. Let's go back to the daily. You zoom out here, let it load. There we go. There we go. We're rocking now. So IOTA. Look at how perfect this was on IOTA too. I can stretch it there. Okay. So you see your clear resistance in the bear market, right? Clear resistance. You broke it, you back tested it, and now you're pumping. So awesome how TA plays out. Now, where's your next target? Well, you're at your next target. You're at your local high right here. So that could be a little bit of resistance, but based on your Fibonacci's, if we bring that out from your top to your swing bottom, I mean, you could argue, I'll go to, should I use the scam wick? So you guys know I don't usually like using the scam wicks. I'm going to use the scam wick, okay? I'm going to use the scam wick because it matches up. The 236 matches perfectly up with this, okay? So I'm going to use the scam wick. So basically your next resistance, according to Fibonacci, is right here at about 85 cents, okay? 85 cents for IOTA. After that, about $1.12, and you continue up with your Fibonacci, okay? But we'll keep those two targets there. If you want to keep joining the stream, have me look at this every day, and we'll keep looking at these targets. But those are your next two targets, really. You could probably adjust this bottom line to maybe match a little bit better with your resistance here. Maybe I'll do that. Just maybe a little match with this local high here, okay? But those are your next resistance point. But this is bullish, right? Breaking your extremely long resistance line and back testing it and then pumping. Perfect. That's exactly what you want to see, okay, guys? What platform am I using? I'm using TradingView, guys. I use TradingView for my live streams. I use CoinTrader Pro for my videos just because it's a little more user-friendly. TradingView I like to use because it has obviously has the live prices, okay? But yeah, I mean, we've been live now for a little bit over an hour. It's been a good stream so far. We're going to keep this rocking and rolling as long as we keep getting those likes in. Can we get to 250 likes? I think we can. I think we can. So if you guys are on your phone right now, double tapping those chicks on Instagram. Let's hit the like button for me, okay? Appreciate all you guys that are new to the stream. Press that subscribe button so you don't miss my 2 videos and my daily live streams as well, okay? What else we got here, guys? Lewis, I'll take a look at Zill. Appreciate you joining the stream again, man. I see you in here every day. But yeah, on Zill, on the daily, you broke your clear symmetrical triangle. You broke out, so you actually broke down from this rising channel we looked at yesterday. You can see here your rising channel. You broke down from it, but it was kind of just another second back test of your symmetrical triangle. So you get one back test there, a second one there, and then now you're back into that channel. So based on this, it kind of lines up with you going up to retest the 9.2 cents mark, right? And also the top of the channel. But ultimately, you're probably going back up to 10.3 cents in the short term. Because usually when you break these symmetrical triangles, you back test them and you continue up. You're going back up to at least test your local high, okay? But if we break both of these, we'll start looking at our higher fibs, but I'm going to keep it just like this for now. BTC is pumping right now. You guys play me in the chat sometimes. You guys absolutely play me in the chat. Let's go look at BTC real quick. We haven't looked at it in a little bit, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's back up over 46K. It's kind of just consolidating. Go to the 1 hour. It's just consolidating. It's pulling back a little bit. But you're getting some good buy pressure here. You can see these wicks here on the bottom, which is good to see. It's getting sold off, but then you're getting bought right back up. So nothing crazy going on yet. All right, what else we got, fellas? What else we got, fellas? Appreciate all you guys that are new to the stream too, right? Because a lot of you guys watch my videos, but you haven't caught on that I streamed yet. Maybe you don't go on YouTube at this time. Maybe it's early in the morning for you. So if you guys are tuned into the stream and you guys are new, welcome. I do stream every day. It's not usually exactly at 8 p.m. It kind of goes based on how my day's going, but it's usually around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So every single day. So, bro, do a quick one on Mana and BAT. Yeah, absolutely, man. We'll take a look at that real quick. Appreciate the super chat, QM. Mana. So I think we looked at this before. That's the 1 hour.
One on Mana and BAT.
Yeah, so we looked at this earlier in my stream, right down here, right, where we double bottomed and we broke our clear resistance. And I said, sorry, I said this was our next target, 27 cents, based on your fib. Look where you went straight up to. You went straight up to it, and you got rejected there, and now you're continuing down. So that should be where you end up, right? I mean, it looks like you have a clear. Let me get rid of some of these lines real quick. Let me go to that one, and that one. But you can see here, just trying to get rid of some of these drawings. There we go. You can see we're making a new kind of support line here. Pretty obvious. I mean, you don't want to break this. I mean, you could have already broken it. Well, I mean, it could have just been a wick, right? It could end up just being a wick if we get back up in here. So not the end of the world yet. But you got a clear support line you don't want to break. If you do, maybe you just come back down here where this candle ended right there. Maybe you just double bottom. If you dump back down here, round out, maybe you just double bottom. But it's a wait and see game. I mean, wait and see if you break the support or you break this resistance up top. That's probably where your next move is. You really got nothing on the RSI here. Hourly, got really nothing on the RSI as well. So we'll wait and see what happens with this, but I'll keep that up as a possible double bottom, but I'll keep the support line up as well. What was the other one you want me to look at? BAT. We'll take a look at BAT real quick as well. So BAT, pretty clear. I mean, look how perfectly this played out again, right? In your long-term rising channel, like a lot of altcoins, you had your symmetrical triangle. You broke up out of it. Your measure move of that was right here. You went straight up to that, and that's where you pulled back. And now you're still continuing to pump, though. On the hourly, this is kind of similar to the coin we just looked at. You got a little bit of a support line here. Looks like you might have broke it. Nah, it depends on where you draw it. I guess you can draw it there, where you get a couple touches. I mean, it probably makes sense to do this. I mean, you're right at that support base. Any way you look at it, you're right at that support. You got a little bit of a ascending triangle on the hourly and kind of on the 4 hour plane out there. So watch this little ascending triangle pattern. If you can get another bounce here, perfect. If you fall, most likely you're probably back testing this area again. So if we break this, watch for good pump, at least to the top of the wedge. If not, probably back testing 37.4 cents. All right, guys, what do we got? Can we hit that 250 like mark? That's all I'm asking for, you guys. 250 likes. Just a quick like here. I'm going to continue the stream as long as these likes keep coming in, all right? We got 281 people in here. Absolutely killing it with the viewers today. So I appreciate all you guys in here. Let's keep hitting up those likes. Let's beat that YouTube algorithm. You said, what WTF is Algo doing? Let's take a look at Algo, shall we? So Algo, I mean, if you've been following my channel, you know this shouldn't become a surprise. You hit your top of your resistance, and now you're just pulling back. And based on price history, when you hit that resistance, you eventually come back down to test the support each time. So don't be surprised here if we come all the way back down here. And don't panic sell. You probably bounce. But I mean, if Bitcoin and Ethereum keep pumping, maybe this continues up and breaks out. But we'll have to wait until see it tomorrow. Obviously, Bitcoin right now is hibernating, right? Ethereum right now is hibernating. So until they wake up, we'll see what Algo does, okay? But if this continues to play out like it has, a back test of this is probable. All right. I will not tell them to shut up, okay? NPXS. All right, Cody, I'll look at NPSS. Appreciate the super chat. As always, NPXS. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look at how perfectly this played out too, man. So you were in this symmetrical triangle. You pumped up to the upside on this perfectly, right? You hit your measured move. You pulled back from your measured move, and now you're going again, right? Did we put our fibs up there yet? No, we did not put our fibs. So let's look at our fibs. So from our swing high to our swing low on this triangle puts our next resistance point, right? We already hit that 1.618 and we smashed straight through that 1.618. So based on that, your next fib is your 2.618 and your 3.618, which are those price targets right to the right over there, right? 1/10 of a cent, 0.2, and 1/10 of a cent, 0.6. Those are your next targets for NPXS, okay? But I mean, on an altcoin like this, maybe it wouldn't be too bad to take profits, but we'll see what happens with this. You're in price, I mean, you're in general price discovery right now, at least short term. I mean, long term you are as well. So never a bad time to take profits on a smaller cap altcoin, okay? I'm getting a lot of ADA, so let's go look at ADA. So short term, you know, guys, short term, I think we looked at, didn't we look at this already today? Yeah, we did. Okay. Short term, it's looking like a lot of different alts, right? Maybe have a little bit of a little bit of an ascending triangle thingy going on. It's probably more iris on the hourly. A little bit of an ascending triangle going on, right? Resistance, support, higher low, higher low. Probably draw a little bit more compact like that, right? Keep making higher lows, get rejected at the same points, get an ascending triangle. Based on this, I mean, you got, it already kind of played out, but you don't want to break the support line. If you break the support line, you're at least coming back down to 60 cents, at the least, in my opinion, right there, if you break that support line. So you don't want to break that support line. You want to get a bounce here and then continue up to the upside. But a lot of it has to just do with Bitcoin and Ethereum. It really does. I don't like to say that, but yeah. Fix the little hat here. You guys see I wear this hat every day. It has the one with like the little openings on it, so it kind of airs out my head a little bit. Might be kind of a weird thing, but it actually helps when you're wearing a hat. And for all you guys to say I'm bald, I'm not bald. I have a good head of hair here, right? I got the flow going on. I just like to wear the hat, all right? What else we got here, guys? We get a lot of EGLDs here. You guys really like EGLD. Yeah, still in this little mini symmetrical triangle, making higher lows, lower highs. I mean, based on this, I mean, you can't really count that wick on the RSI, so you really don't got an edge on the RSI. So we'll see what happens for EGLD. Earn my like. Appreciate the like. We passed that 250 likes mark, guys. Appreciate it. We've been live for about an hour and a half now, so we've been killing it. We're going to at least go to 2 hours, and we'll see how I'm feeling with 2 hours. But having a good time with you guys tonight. So obviously it was a big day for crypto. Of course, when I start streaming, it starts to slow down a little bit. So the excitement kind of died down a little bit as I started streaming. But yeah, just an overall great day for crypto, guys. I'm hoping, I mean, every time I stream, I mean, since I started streaming, it's been a little slow for crypto in general. We haven't seen any major pumps while I stream, so it might just be the time, right? It's right after the daily close, stuff like that. Maybe it's just the time, but it'd be nice to get a nice like crypto pump right as I'm streaming, okay? Maybe that'll be tomorrow. I'm hoping it's tomorrow. Tuesday, we got this. All right, guys. I'm going to look at AAVE for Sam in the chat, all right? If you guys are new to the chat, leave a super chat only and only if you want me to talk about your coin and you had to skip the line and don't want to wait for me to see it in the chat, okay? I apologize if I don't see your coin in the chat. I only got one set of eyes, right? I wish I had 10. Then I could look at 10 charts a day or at a time. So, but yeah, this thing's parabolic, so there's not much to TA to do on this. We talked about this yesterday. Switch to the 1 hour. I mean, at least on the hourly, maybe you could be making a little bit of a inverse head and shoulders. You got the left shoulder, the big head. If you round out here, it'd be nice looking inverse head and shoulders that push you up even higher. But I mean, you really want to hold, if for that to happen, you really want to hold about that line. If you can hold that and you can round out, you got a nice little inverse head and shoulders pattern going on for AAVE. But you guys know this thing earning a price discovery. Look at this thing on the weekly chart, right? This thing's nuts. So daily, it's still oversold. So, I mean, overbought, sorry. So we'll wait and see what happens for AAV, but I do like this possible inverse head and shoulders pattern here, okay?
What do you think about Harmony one?
What do I think about Harmony 1? Okay, so Harmony 1, I'm going to take a look at this now. Haven't took a look at this in a long time, actually. But, I mean, you're at a critical resistance point, man. Look at how big of a resistance point you're at right now. Right? You had a high on it back here. Your local high on it here, huge. If you can break this, your next resistance, at least on the daily, you don't really got much. You really don't got much as resistance. I mean, at least, bare minimum right here, you're at about 1.6 cents. But you really got nothing here looking left. I mean, you're pretty much straight down, at least on the daily chart, okay? So that's a big area. If you can break that, you're golden. If you look at our fibs here, top to bottom, you can see your 0.5 fib is right at that next resistance. So that could be a big resistance area short term. Your 1.618 here, I'll mark that, but we'll keep just those resistance lines next. These are your next resistances if you continue up here. In the daily, you're getting a little overbought at a 79. Crypto can go to 100, okay? We all know this. But Harmony's looking good. But there's not much to TA to do when this thing on the daily is going pretty much straight up, okay? But you're just at a major resistance line here. But you got room to run in the RSI, which I like, okay? Perfect. Appreciate this $5, man. But mark these on your charts. These are your next resistances if you go up and you don't have much left. You really don't, okay? All right, let's keep this train rolling. Coinbase charges fees, but I still use it because I'm not familiar with other changes. Coinbase is fine, right? Like I say, Coinbase has high fees, but as long as you're, as long as you plan on holding long term, those fees really aren't going to matter at all. Okay, so. EGLD is great for staking. Yeah, 29% staking is good. Coinbase Pro is apparently better. Yeah, Coinbase Pro is better, but regular Coinbase, if you're a newbie, right, someone who's just getting started with crypto, Coinbase is fine. It really is, because if for a newbie, maybe putting $100 a week into crypto, the 1% is not going to kill you. Like whatever the 1%, 2% fees, whatever it is not going to kill you, right? And obviously, if you're investing huge amounts, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, that 1% be a good chunk of money. So, all right, let's continue this roll, guys. Can we get the likes up to 300? We got 250 people in here. I'm going to go on a limb and say 150 of you have pressed that like button. So there's probably 100 of you in here who haven't. So I only need 33 of you to press that like button to get over 300. So let's do it. I'm going to bring up the reference again. You guys probably spend all day on Instagram double tapping likes on the Instagram models. Leave me a like who's sitting here giving you guys good TA, good educational videos, right? I appreciate all you guys that can do that, right? Tron is pumping. I'm getting a Tron is pumping. So I better not be. Yeah, Tron is continuing up. Yeah, there goes Tron. There goes Tron, just like we've been talking about, guys. You know how many people in my comment section on not my last Tron video, but 2 Tron videos ago, when I said Tron's next stop is 5 cents. A lot of haters on that video. Where are they now? Okay? Where are those haters now? I bet they're not invested in Tron. I bet since I made that video right at this green line, they're not up 36%. Tell you that right now.
What do you think about telephone coin?
Telecoin. Look at Telecoin for you. What was the name here? Let me scroll up a little bit. Matt Coffee. Is that actually your last name? That's pretty sweet if it's Matt Coffee. But yeah, I'll take a look at Telecoin, absolutely. This thing is, wow, okay. So this thing really took off the last couple of days. I think we looked at it down here. We obviously had a setup here where, whoops, let me get my trend line tool here. We had a setup here where we had a little bit of bullish divergence, and that pushed us up to the upside. But yeah, it looks like we passed our fibs. We passed our targets. We passed all our targets. So who knows where this thing's going next? Looks like you're right at your last, second to last candle, besides this one big red candle. Looks like you're right at that level. So you're in price discovery, man. Who knows? I don't know if we actually looked at our fib for this, or swing high to swing low on this. I mean, I guess you could say these are your targets, but I mean, do you really want to count the scam wick? I don't know how accurate this is because it just had such a big dump there. Okay, but I mean, technically those are your next targets, right? You can look up here, 0.5 of a cent and 0.6 of a cent, pretty much. Okay, those are your next targets based on your fib. But who knows how accurate that fib actually is? Do you count this big red candle here? Do you not? Who knows? Okay. Christian, no spam in the chat. If you spam the chat, you're just gonna get deleted off the chat, and I won't talk about your coin either. So be a lose-lose for you if you end up just spamming the chat. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at OMG for you, Spencer. Looked at OMG earlier, but we're going to look at that again. So OMG on the 4 hour, you broke down out of your support, you back tested it. So if you come back down again, it'd be nice if you held this area here. Be nice if you held that area. Maybe you just back testing that. I mean, it looks like you could on the hourly. It's a little wacky, right? A little wacky. But if you can round out, guess you got a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders. If you can round out here. But it's obviously a little wacky looking. You obviously don't want to break this green line. Breaking this green line, you're going lower. But yeah, I mean, not a bad chart. I mean, I don't like that you broke this support line, but it's not the end of the world if you get a bullish reversal pattern here, like an inverse head and shoulders. All right, so that's OMG. How you guys doing today, though? You guys have a good Monday? You guys have a bad Monday? Let me know in the chat. Obviously, that the Super Bowl was on yesterday, so you know, the drinks in me and it being Monday the next day wasn't a great morning, but after that, it turned around. Bruno, you said algo is breaking up. Let's see if algo is actually breaking up according to Bruno. Yeah, you get a nice pump on the hourly. I mean, it looks like what it did here is it really just back tested this area here. Right? So you pumped up, you back tested this area, pumped up again, now you're back testing this area. So this could just propel you up higher. You don't really got an edge. You don't really got an edge on the hourly. On the 4 hour, you got no edge still. So we'll see if we can break this rising channel. That will be huge. Your target is all the way up here at $1.09, where you wicked up to, and that was also your Fibonacci. It was perfect, right? But overall, looking good. You're getting a nice bounce here. That's what you wanted to see. You roofed a house today. Jake, I did not roof a house today. Feel bad for you, man. Hopefully you're not up here in New England where it snowed literally. It's like we've gotten about over 20 inches of snow in the last week, all right? And we got more snow coming. So I'm not looking forward to that if you're up here in New England, guys. Massachusetts in particular, absolutely destroyed by snow the last week. And we have more coming, I think, on Wednesday and on Saturday. So let's go look at Bitcoin real quick, see what Bitcoin is doing. Yeah, still at the same point. It seems like it just kind of oscillating between 45,800, then going up to 46,300, and it's just kind of going back and forth. So Bitcoin's just chilling. I was hoping it would make a good pump during the stream today, but hasn't really worked out yet. We still got a little more time. I'm probably going to stream, so hopefully Bitcoin can really start going by the time, obviously we end this. All right, guys. What else do we got in the chat? We got anything else? Got anything else in the chat?
Go Lakers.
Go Lake. Did you just say go Lakers? I appreciate your super chat, man, but I cannot. You see this banner right here? It says Celtics, right? So you don't say go Lakers in my chat when you see a Celtics banner here. I know honestly, I hope we can meet up in the finals this year. I mean, we got Celtics. Not looking too hot this year, but we got a couple different trade options we could be doing to get into the finals. Lakers, probably your favorite in the West. So hopefully we can meet up in the finals this year, man. That would be awesome. Hey, don't spam the chat. Don't spam the chat, Ghost. All right. If you spam the chat, I will not look at your coin, and you'll be banned. It's a double loss, okay? Yeah, we'll take a look at Ethereum. I don't think if Bitcoin's not doing much, I doubt Ethereum's really doing much. Yep, Ethereum's just chilling, right? Fourth candle being relatively at the same spot, so ETH is just chilling like a villain right now. We talked about it. Even if it dumps a little bit around this area, rounds out again, maybe we have a little bit of head and shoulders inverse head and shoulders going on, pushes up higher. But right now it's just chilling. Crypto after its big run today. What are you gonna do? It needs to cool down a little bit, right? I wish it was pumping right now, but it doesn't really want to pump. So. All right, guys, we're one like away from 300 likes. Can someone hit that like button just to get over 300 likes? All right? And for all you guys that are new to the stream, there's probably tons of you that are new to the stream and the channel in general. Smack that subscribe button down below. 2 videos every day and a live stream every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for you guys. So for all you guys that are new to the stream, yeah, I mean, crypto's chilling right now, guys. Crypto is chilling. Obviously, these streams are a little bit more fun to do when we're pumping, right? But I have fun doing it even when they're chilling. I actually enjoy doing them a lot when they're dumping because we can kind of see, you know, our setups a little better. Obviously, everything kind of ran today, so not much TA to do like there usually is, like. But when they're dumping, that's when it's kind of fun to do the streams, honestly. Obviously, it's not fun for my portfolio. I'm not making as much money on crypto when it's dumping, but the streams are pretty enjoyable when it's dumping because you get a lot of fudders, right? All these people fudding Ethereum yesterday, like, oh, we're going back down to $1,000. I told you guys we're gonna hold this as support and go up. So, what are you gonna do? Those negative people are gonna be there. Is what it is. So we'll see. Is Bitcoin going back down? Man, here we go again. Bitcoin pumps up 20% today and then pulls back like 3%, and then you're gonna get all the people, right? Not calling you out, man, in the chat, but you're gonna get all the people like Bitcoin dumps 3%, 5%, whatever, even 10%, calling for Bitcoin's head. Everything's fine. You're cooling off after a 20% move. You're not gonna do a 20% move and then do another 20% move tomorrow, okay? That's just not how it works, and it's not healthy, right? You pull up maybe 40% in 2 days. You're probably gonna pull back a good chunk amount. So, thoughts on ADA? You guys know how bullish I am on Cardano, right? This is the chart for Cardano we've been looking at once it loads. Obviously, we've been bullish on Cardano since this consolidation. Even before that, we were bullish on Cardano way back like in September. That's when we started getting bullish, when we were rounding out here, making higher lows. But short term, right now, if you guys are worried about the short term, which I'm pretty sure some of you guys are, we're just in a ascending triangle, consolidating here. So we'll see here. I mean, it looks like it could be breaking out down right now, but it could just end up being a wick. So we obviously just started this hourly candle. So this end could just be in a wick. Get back in here, whatever. If you break down, maybe you're coming back down to 61 cents, but not the end of the world. Right? I mean, you're only looking at about a 9% dump if you dump there. 9% is not that big. It might be big to you guys, but for me, it's nothing because I'm invested for the long term, right? All right, the stream's starting to pick up again. There we go. Starting to get back towards that 300 viewer. There we go. All right, guys. Elon believes Bitcoin will go much higher than... Yeah, I mean, look at that, guys. Tesla, I mean, literally put $1.5 billion into Bitcoin today. That's an insane amount of money, right? You guys might say, oh, that's not a lot for Tesla. Tesla's a huge company. 1.5 billion is a huge amount for any company. And that's just Tesla. Who knows who's coming next? Who knows, right? We've had Grayscale. Now we've had Tesla. We have huge influencers. Elon Musk, right? Even YouTubers like Mr. Beast, millions of followers, putting Bitcoin in their Twitter profile, actively promoting it on these platforms. It's coming, guys. Every year we're seeing new things. Every year the price keeps going higher, okay? I don't mean to always sound like a moon boy, but the technicals and the fundamentals right now are so good. And this is the only chart you guys need to look at for Bitcoin. Look at this monthly chart. I'm going to get a quick drink of water. Hold on 1 second, guys. But look at the monthly chart. I'm going to grab my jug. Yes, I drink out of a jug. I actually recommend drinking out of jugs, guys. You can kind of monitor how much water you're getting every day. So if you're feeling dehydrated, get a jug, right? Start off with trying to drink half of it a day. Then go to try drinking full, right? I try to drink a full jug every day. I have to pee like 20 times a day, but at least I know I'm hydrated, okay? But yeah, like I said, this monthly chart is the only thing you have to look at. It's perfectly indicative of where we're going. Just zooming up here. So, good stuff on Bitcoin. All right, guys, what else do we got? If the market crashes, do you think crypto will crash with it like back in March? Probably, right? It's pretty correlated. We saw what happened in the March crash. This is the March monthly candle right here, actually. So if the market crashes, crypto will crash as well. But that's a black swan event. We can't predict that. That could happen any moment. If that happened tomorrow, you'd probably see a massive Bitcoin red candle like that, right? If that happened tomorrow. But that's a red swan. That's a black swan event. I just said red swan, right? That's a black swan event. Obviously, we can't predict that happening. So we can't live life in fear like that we're going to get another black swan event like that. So Jeff Bezos to Bitcoin, that would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. It would be nice to get Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, getting all these guys on the Bitcoin train. Hopefully, eventually that's coming, okay? Appreciate the 325 viewers in here. We're at 328 likes. Can we get to 350 likes? Can we do it? Say no to liking all the Instagram models on Instagram, double tapping those. It only takes one click on YouTube, one click for me. But who am I talking, right? But yeah, I'm hoping that we see more of these huge influencers start buying into Bitcoin. Elon Musk is the first one. Now I'm gonna ask you guys, chat. Who do you guys think is going to be the next big name? Right? I'm not talking a Grayscale, something like that. But obviously, Grayscale is pretty big. But who's going to be that next big name that's going to announce that they're investing in Bitcoin? Right? The next Elon Musk. Will it be Bill Gates? Will it be Mark Zuckerberg? Who is your guys' opinion is going to be that next guy? Yeah, Lennox, I know you would double tap an Instagram model. Yeah, I'll take a look at Adam. I'm getting a lot of Adam requests. Other than that, I'm just going to kind of keep looking in the chat here, kind of answering your guys' questions. Joke around a little bit because crypto's not really moving right now. We've looked at charts for the last 2 hours. So sometimes I just like looking at the chat and answering questions for you guys. But Adam, let me just get that set up. Okay, so Adam, pretty clear resistance line, right? You broke it, and that's when you started going parabolic. Yeah, I'm going to look at fibs here. I don't know how helpful the fibs will be. I'm going to count the... So I'm not going to do a fib. I'm not going to do that fib. I'm going to do the fib of our most recent dump. That makes sense a little more... That seems a little more obvious there. But basically your next resistance, if you continue up here for Adam, is basically your 2.618 fib and your 3.618 fib. Right there. So 16.8 cents and 21.5 cents are your next targets if you continue up here. On the daily, you don't got much on the RSI. On the 4 hour, let's look at this on the 4 hour. You don't got much on the 4 hour either. So we'll see what happens. You don't really got much of a pattern forming yet. So we'll wait and see what happens for Adam. But that's your next two targets, okay? I know I just heard a super chat go off. What do we got? Ami Bangla Bet Ma. I don't know what that means, man. And I don't know what I just said. But hopefully I didn't say something that's going to get my channel flagged. But, yeah. Appreciate the super chat, Casey. Wish I knew what that said, man. But appreciate it. All right, guys. You think Joe Rogan will be the next guy? Hey, definitely could be. You guys are all about Joe Rogan, huh? Since Bezos is no longer CEO, I'm counting them as different entities. Yeah, absolutely. But you definitely know that Bezos had some type of influence over that, right? It can't be a coincidence that Bezos. I mean, it can't be a coincidence that Musk and Tesla bought, right? Can't be a coincidence. But Jeff Bezos, that would be huge. That would be absolutely massive. I think that's the biggest person you could get to buy Bitcoin. Because he's the man right now, all right? But obviously, they Bezos stepped down. So, but I mean, everyone knows who Bezos is. Everyone knows who Elon Musk is. So it would have basically the same effect, probably more, if he announced that he's buying Bitcoin, okay? Tezos for Bezos. Yeah, I don't know about that. Tezos looks kind of crappy on the charts. Tezos is like, I used to be huge on Tezos, right? You guys know it. I used to make, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, I made Tezos videos like 6 months ago. Hugely bullish on it, but you guys know I haven't made a Tezos video. I made one recently. It was more of a bearish one because Tezos is literally not performing as well as the other altcoins at all. All right, guys, I'm probably going to be streaming just for a little bit longer. So if any last minute guys want me to look at your charts, right, leave a super chat, any amount. I'll take a look at it last second. Other than that, I'll answer just a few of you guys more questions and we'll wrap up the stream. But I appreciate all you guys coming out today for another great stream. We reached 357 likes. That's our record for likes on a stream. I'm telling you guys, the Instagram thing, where I'm telling you guys like the Instagram models, but you don't like my YouTube videos, that stuff works. That stuff works, right? Cardano is extremely bullish. We know, we've been talking about Cardano for weeks and months on my channel. So you guys know how bullish on Cardano I am. It's going to continue to go up, okay? Tezos and XRP in 2022. Hey, those will be the masters of the bear market in 2022. I'll tell you right now. TRON moon. Yeah, TRON is mooning. I made specifically a TRON video on my channel yesterday, right before our major breakout, telling you guys our next resistance, and we're going up to 5 cents. So if you guys don't believe me, go check out my probably 8-9 minute video on TRON yesterday talking about how we would break out. Some of the comments on there were really funny too. And in hindsight, I was right. I'm not always right. I'm not saying I'm always right. I just think it's kind of funny. People jump to conclusions really, really fast. Why is Chainlink underperforming? So we kind of notice with Chainlink is Chainlink tends to make its moves when Bitcoin is consolidating, right? Usually see Chainlink really start going parabolic, making 10-20% weeks when Bitcoin is dumping or going sideways. So that's exactly what's happening now. Bitcoin for the last couple days has been going up, and that's why Chainlink is going sideways and slightly down. So I've looked at that before on my channel before. That the correlation between Chainlink and Bitcoin is kind of inverse. But yeah, that's exactly what's going on right now. So if you see Bitcoin continue to pump, you're probably going to see Chainlink either go sideways, go slightly up or slightly down, but you're not going to see like a major swing upwards for Chainlink while Bitcoin is moving, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion, though. Seb Strong, appreciate the super chat. I'll take a look at OXT for you real quick. Only got a few more minutes, guys, so if you want your coin to be talked about, leave a super chat. Other than that, I'm probably going to get off soon, but OXT, you're holding this massive support. So you got a nice support resistance flip. On the switch to the daily real quick. Making higher lows on the daily, and you're making higher highs. So switch back to the 4 hour. Not looking too. Let me. Okay, so on the 4 hour, you're making higher lows. And on the 4 hour, making kind of a wedge, okay? You don't got really an edge on the 4 hour RSI. On the on this one, okay, so this is looking pretty good as a possible setup. Now it doesn't have to play out that way, but you guys can see you're making lower lows on your hourly RSI, and you're making, what was I just, never mind guys, I was looking at the complete wrong thing there, scratch that. But you are in a rising channel, right? You're obviously holding your key support level there, which if you look left, if you keep looking left, obviously this is your support before you dumped back here, back in August. Resistance, resistance. So you're holding that level as support right now, and you want to hold that. As long as you do, you're fine. If you dump out of this wedge, that's probably going to be your next support level. I'm going to move that down a little bit. That's probably going to be your next support level where you got support here. If you continue up, obviously your next resistance is 49.3 cents. Because you're going straight up, straight down from there, okay? So that's where you're looking at for OXT. Just make sure you're watching this rising wedge. But all right, guys. I think I'm going to end the stream. It's getting kind of late here. It's been a little over 2 hour stream today, so good size stream. Talked about a lot of stuff. Great day for crypto. Hopefully we can get another great day for crypto tomorrow. Hopefully we can get one stream where we're getting a good size pump. It seems like every time I stream, we're going sideways, right? We're not even dumping, we're just going sideways. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's 2 videos. If you guys are new, smack that subscribe button down below, right? It only takes 1 second. You don't want to miss any of my videos. If you guys are already subscribed, smack that bell, because I've heard of rumblings of crypto YouTubers getting not whitelisted, but where you're kind of shadow banned a little bit. You don't get shown to all your subscribers. So hit that bell so you get that notification up top, okay? Other than that, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's videos and tomorrow's streams. Stay frosty, okay? Peace.